I'm Abel Gustafson. I'm an assistant professor of communication at the University of Cincinnati. So I started my career focusing on research in persuasion and social influence, and around the same time I started becoming more and more concerned about the environment and sustainability issues. And so those two things happening together really started off this desire to apply that research in persuasion and social influence in a practical area. Really, I was faced with this question of, so what? As we learn about persuasion and social influence, so what? How can we use this for good or to make a difference? And so as I started becoming more aware and caring more deeply about the environment and sustainability, that seemed like a natural, no pun intended, outlet for that research. And so that's how I really got started. And it's been a really fascinating endeavor so far. My research focuses on two different main branches. One of them is measuring public opinion and understanding psychology regarding sustainability and the environment, and the other one is testing the effectiveness of different communication strategies as we try to get people more engaged with sustainability or try to persuade them to take action or care more deeply about these issues. So within those two branches, understanding psychology and then developing effective communication, I'm working on a few different kinds of research projects. So one of them, on that first branch, we just completed this big project in partnership with the National Geographic Society, in which we're trying to understand why people care about nature. What is it that drives people to care deeply about nature and the environment, and how does that vary across countries all over the world? So this is a large international survey in which we studied people's responses to these questions about why they care about nature. We found some really interesting differences. People in some countries care for environmental reasons. People in other countries care in order to protect resources that humans use. And so we found interesting differences across countries and a lot of different types of reasons for why people care about nature. I'm also studying things like how many people engage in consumer activism on the issue of climate change, using their dollars to hold companies accountable for the stand that they take on these issues. And then within that other branch of research, testing the effects of communication, I'm currently doing work testing messages that persuade people to be more open to electric vehicles, and also on topics like renewable energy. How can we connect to people's existing values and priorities to make that transition to renewable energy and electric vehicles more streamlined and more appealing to the consumer? The reason that I focus on sustainability issues in my work is because in a lot of these issues, we've already solved the scientific or the technical part of it. We have enough knowledge about the problem to start acting, and we have enough solutions available to us to take action. So really the barrier right now, really where we're stuck, the big roadblock, is not in the scientific lab, it's in the hearts and minds of everyday people. So this is where this becomes a social issue or a human issue. So really, it's us, the social scientists, that are up to bat here. We're the ones that are on the front lines trying to reduce this major barrier. So really, it's a problem of public and political will. How can we generate enough momentum in the hearts and minds of people to really take action and make a meaningful change in the world? Because that's where the front lines currently are. I think there's a lot of big and small actions that everybody can take. Some things that I try to do are focus on the big things. Where do you get your electricity? Here in Cincinnati, we have the ability to choose to get our electricity from clean, renewable sources. And that's a big thing that you can do. Another thing that you can do is try to cut down on the use of gas-powered vehicles for transportation. And so I try to carpool or bicycle when I can. I'm a big bike advocate. So those are the big things, but even the little things matter too. And something as simple as recycling or using renewable or reusable water bottles can be effective in the long term in its material benefits, but also one of the most important benefits of those things is actually the social benefit. Because when you do those small actions, even though they add up a little in the long term in terms of the material benefit, what it really does is it communicates this signal to other people, and that might be the most important part of it, is establishing these social norms of sustainability by showing other people that it's important to you, and therefore it's okay for it to be important to them as well. I'm a research affiliate with the Yale program on climate change communication, which is a fantastic group that does work studying public opinion on climate change and other sustainability issues, and then also developing communication strategies on those issues as well. And so in partnership with that group, there's a lot of different kinds of public opinion research and then communication research that I am participating in. And then also here at the University of Cincinnati, I'm a faculty affiliate at the Center for Public Engagement with Science, and that provides a really great platform to be able to engage with other scientists, other researchers, other scholars around the university from very diverse backgrounds as we connect around this issue of how do we engage with the public on different scientific issues, and oftentimes our conversations are centered around sustainability. Also recently, I've worked with the UC Office of Sustainability in developing a survey in which we measured public opinion and knowledge about sustainability issues within the UC community here among faculty and students and staff. And we found some really interesting findings. We find that overall, people in the UC community tend to have stronger views about climate change and more awareness of these issues than people in the surrounding community, like in Cincinnati at large or the state of Ohio. But also there's a lot of variation too. There's still a lot of work to be done in terms of increasing sustainability behavior and perceptions of the importance of these issues, even within our own community here. Yeah, so one big thing I think the university could do is try to make a push towards drawing from 100% renewable energy. I think that would be a great goal for the university in the future, especially because there are more accessible and cheaper options for drawing from renewable energy now than there ever have been in the past. So that would be, I think, an excellent goal at the large scale for the university. But then also just developing a culture of sustainability in which people are proud to be here, in part because of the university's stand on sustainability, making sustainability a community issue and something that we're proud to be a part of, and it's part of our community identity, I think can go a long ways in terms of generating buy-in from a lot of stakeholders.